And the hardest one, James, I chewed on this for hours. LA Edmonton again. If Edmonton was healthy and Edmonton was at home and I knew what that team would look like, I'd take Edmonton. But I don't. And I'm taking LA, but it's going to be tight.
All right. And finally, LA Edmonton for the 4th straight year.
And it will be a different outcome this year. The LA Kings win. The LA Kings have strong defense, great goaltending with Kemper, and we talked about the Edmonton Oilers. Inconsistency, injuries, Kings move on.
And home ice advantage, LA was a really good home team this year. Tough.
Over to the West, because when we're looking here, of course, my eyes immediately go to the Edmonton Oilers. When you have someone like Connor McDavid and Draisaitl, you're thinking, hey, this is a team, of course, that can get back to the Cup final. But you have them being eliminated by the Kings. What about the Kings and the way they play defense? What makes you think that they're going to have an answer to get past Connor McDavid and Draisaitl in that Oilers pairing?
Warren Fogle in double overtime in Game 6 wins the series for the Kings.
Well, speaking on that, let's do our predictions. Now, you guys alluded to it a bit here. Brian, what do you think? Who's going to win this and how many games?
I'll go Kings in 7.
All right. Roz, what do you got?
Yeah, I got Kings in 6.
All right. So it's a longer series. I think it's going 7. And I'm going Kings in 7.
Said, I don't know. I see the Oilers taking this again. Myself, I see the Oilers taking this in 6 games. That's me. Yeah, I see the Oilers taking this in 6 games.
And the Stanley Cup champion, the Edmonton Oilers.
What do those guys know? Honestly, what do those guys know? They're all wrong. Every single one of those analysts is wrong. Why? Because you can't measure Connor McDavid. That's why. They're trying to put Connor McDavid in some sort of category, and it doesn't work. He's the best hockey player ever that I've ever watched in my life. And to make the Edmonton Oilers underdogs against the LA Kings just blew my mind. Yeah, they were down 2-0, but they should have won game 1. They should have split those initial 2 road games. Came back home with a split. It didn't happen because of a weak goal. And at the end of the day, they rattled off 4 in a row against the LA Kings. Are a good team. The LA Kings are a good team because they play a system. That's why. But Connor McDavid cannot be contained. That's it. Done. And the Edmonton Oilers are moving on to round 2. Woo! The Oilers are 6-4 victors against the Los Angeles Kings. And it must suck, honestly, to be a Kings fan. It must suck. But again, it's not just you're going against a normal team. You're going against a team with not a superstar, a superhero. That's who you've been losing to for 4 years in a row. And there's nothing to be ashamed about that. But, I mean, it happened with Jordan and the Bulls. I mean, the Knicks, yeah, of course they're going to get mad. They keep losing to Jordan and the Bulls. But when you look back at it 10, 15 years later, you say, oh, well, I mean, why are you so upset? I mean, how did you actually think you were going to beat that team? And that's basically what it boils down to. All due respect to the Kings, they played hard. Obviously, game 1 and 2, they were flying. But that trap style of play got beat. They broke through, and once they broke through it, it was game over. Just like I said, Oilers in 6, and the Edmonton Oilers are moving on to round number 2. And to be quite honest with you, it kind of felt yesterday after the game a little bit surreal. It's not like everybody was happy, people were honking and stuff like that, but they know there's more. All of us know there is more to come. This is just the beginning. We know we deserve a Stanley Cup. The players know they deserve a Stanley Cup. And yeah, of course they're happy. They won the first round. But there ain't nothing to celebrate right now. You lost in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals last year. It's time to go all the way. And this is the year we do it. And let's take a quick look at these stats. Shots on goal, 29-27 in favor of the Oilers. I'm going to have to move these glasses down. 29-27 in favor of the Oilers. Face-offs. Kings 58% on the face-off dot. 41 for the Oilers. Oilers go 1 for 1 on the power play. Again, only one power play. They average probably maybe 2.5 power plays a game. The Edmonton Oilers throughout this series. Kings go 0 for 2. The Oilers penalty kill coming around. Hits 26 for the Oilers, 34 for the Kings, and the Oilers held the lead pretty much midway through the second period here. Let's see, when did they make it? 5-2 from basically 16:35 of the second period all the way through till the third period, where Anze Kopitar made it 5-4. But you're not going to hit as much when you're defending a lead and you're not going in like crazy on those forechecks. But Oilers with 26 hits, Kings with 34. Block shots 29-18 in favor of the Oilers. Giveaways 16 by the Kings, 10 for the Oilers. Takeaways 1-0 for the Kings. And what do you say about this game? Calvin Pickard, oh my God. He was phenomenal. He was just amazing. He made a gigantic save against Foegele on that breakaway. The score was 3-2. Yeah, he let in a couple of goals early, but he fought back for the rest of the game. And I mean, if you look at the Oilers here, how the ice time is just pretty much spread out. They're a 4-line team. Janmark with an assist. Hyman with a goal and an assist. Frederick comes up huge with a goal and an assist. Connor Brown, a goal and 2 assists for 3 points plus 3. I mean, the Oilers just, they looked once again like a dominant team. And when the Oilers are playing like that, there is no team in the NHL that can stop them. There's no team in the NHL that can stop the Edmonton Oilers when they're playing like this. So, just so happy that we got through to the second round. You know, all that chatter about with all these analysts calling the Oilers out, you say to yourself, man, am I going crazy here? Am I thinking wrong? But always go with what you feel. Always go with what you feel. Don't let some guy change your mind. You've been watching this team all year, just like I have in the past 3 years. And everybody knows we should have already won a cup. And the reason we didn't, in my opinion, was goaltending. And Calvin Pickard played, like I said, he's not a top-tier goalie, but he is going to play hard and get you those wins and hopefully not let in 6-7 goals a game. I mean, the Oilers can battle back down 3-0, 4-0, tie games late and come back, but it's very hard to come back all the time when you're down 3 goals in the first period, 4 goals in the first period. It's just too much. So hopefully they continue to ride Pickard. It's, like I said, it's something that we've been preaching here on Frozen Oil all year. Calvin Pickard deserved the net. Yet they still stubbornly went with Stuart Skinner. And he blew game 1. Game 2, a lot of the goals were tough to stop, unfortunate. But game 1, he blew that game and caused a lot of panic in the eyes of the fans. Obviously, for the players, they've been there before. They're veteran. They acted like it. They played like it, and just amazing. That game 5 was just a relentless attack, 3 periods, and there you have it. 6-4 final Oilers. Oilers in 6. And what do you say about the captain, man? What do you say about Connor McDavid? He is just... When we get to Twitter X, you'll see he's just phenomenal. He was just screaming, roaring like a lion at the end of the game. And man, this guy wants it, man. So look out. Everybody look out. And like I said in the playoff preview videos, we are happy being underdogs. We are happy. We are happy being underdogs. Keep calling us underdogs. So, scoring summary, Byfield makes it 1-0 early in the game. Henrique ties it up. Then Clark with a laser. It was really an unstoppable shot to make it 2-1. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins ties it up on the power play, 2-2. And then Hyman, Nurse, Frederick make it a 5-2 game. Then Jordan Spence gives the Kings some life at 5-3. Kopitar scores late with 55 seconds to go, but once again, too little, too late. And that's how hard it is to come back in the NHL. The fact that McDavid and Draisaitl have led this team to such tremendous comebacks late in games. Evan Bouchard as well led the way. It's so difficult to do. And look at the Kings here. They tried to do it, and they just ran out of time. Connor Brown with the empty netter, deservingly, with 2 seconds left to make it a 6-4 final. So that is your stats recap here on Frozen Oil. Man, I'm so happy. Happy, relieved. I really didn't want to lose to Warren Foegele and the LA Kings. And I just feel the Oilers' ceiling, like we mentioned in previous videos, they're nowhere near their ceiling. Klingberg coming out of nowhere. He made a huge, really save in the crease when he sat on that puck and closed his legs together, and the Kings were whacking away at him, and he kept it out of the net. That was a massive play. Like I said, the breakaway on Pickard by Foegele, what a massive save. That was a 3-2 game at the time. And then, obviously, the big save there near the end of the game that everybody's talking about, which we'll look at here on Twitter X. Just amazing performances as a team, amazing individual performances, lots of grit, lots of effort. The Oilers totally flipped the script on the Kings with the style that they were playing. Just a lot of hitting. Hyman had 12 hits in one game and 10 hits in another game. I mean, if you're not going to contribute on the score sheet, you're going to contribute somehow. And that's just this team's mentality, and I love to see it. They're one big working unit. And then you have the mighty Zeus of hockey, McDavid, just on another level, a godly level. And you mix that into the team and how they're playing. It's just a recipe for success, and they're very, very, very difficult to beat. And if any analyst tells you otherwise, they're wrong. And you saw it for yourself. That third period and overtime in Game 4. I mean, that is just a dominant team. It doesn't matter if you replace the LA Kings with somebody else. You are not stopping that cycle. That cycle is vicious, and it's going to get you. And it's just a matter of time till they score. And then, obviously, Game 5, just 3 periods of 60 minutes of non-stop tilted ice in favor of the Oilers. And they absolutely manhandled the Kings there. And Game 6, the Kings got dethroned. And so super happy for the boys. to move on to round 2. We got the Golden Knights in round 2, so it's going to be a fun one. We'll get to a playoff preview video here before that series begins. But wanted to bring you that this recap here right away. Prior to switching over to Twitter X and taking a look at some comments, I'd like to take this moment to kindly ask you to consider subscribing to the channel. We are over 800 subscribers, marching towards 900 here. And just thanks to those that have subscribed. We really appreciate it. It's so motivating for everyone here at Frozen Oil to have, an audience. And yeah, it's just so fun, and it's very motivating to see those numbers continue to rise. So thank you so much for all those that have subscribed and all those that continue to check out our content. And now let's switch over to Twitter X. And once again, our handle is @FrozenOilHockey. I got to start shouting out our new handles on Instagram and TikTok. That's going to start here right away. So shout out Huss for taking that department for Frozen Oil. Doing a great job. And Sam doing a great job on Twitter X. And, me and Wayner holding it down here with the rest of the boys that are appearing on the channel here and there on YouTube, bringing you the Oiler content here on Frozen Oil. Really appreciate it. Let's head on to Twitter X and check out these awesome tweets from around the NHL and the Oilers faithful. And kicking it off, NHL Deutsch, which is the German version of the NHL network or NHL channel, and let's see what they have here.
There's the hard shot by
it's the big save.
It's sitting there wide open, and Calvin Pickard stands his ground with the right pad, and I don't know how that pad doesn't cross the line as Clark falls into him. He's still
look at this save
pad
right there.
That is an incredible save. Regular people would be hospitalized on that kind of save made by Calvin.
Regular people would be hospitalized on that kind of save. Jack Michaels with a classic line. And congrats to Jack Michaels. I believe that's his first commentating on TV playoff victory. So nice to see that. And this is that play I was mentioning. Clinged onto it from the Edmonton Oilers. And look at this. Right there. He covers it up. Look at how many Kings are whacking at it. I'm telling you, that play right there was massive. The Kings were battling back. And just a massive, massive save there from Klingberg. Here's one from Sportsnet. Captain Connor is fired up. And watch this guy. Watch him. Yeah! Let's go. Firing up his team. Leading the way. Like a true captain does. This guy is so humble. You got to be a fan of him. Regardless if you like the Oilers or not, you have to be a fan of Connor McDavid. And just the way he carries himself on and off the ice. What a humble man and what a talent. Next one here is from Finn at Oilers JCam. The Oilers have never lost whenever I got there. And once again, the atmosphere was just incredible. I must have gotten at least 300 high fives last night. Was lucky enough to meet Mama Stanley for the first time too. What a night. Bring it on, Vegas. And here is Finn at the game. So that's Finn. Oh, hello, Finn. How are you, man? Glad you got to go to the game. And there's Mama Stanley, the one and only. And what a crowd yesterday for the Oilers. It was amazing. Inside the arena and outside the arena. Just so loud. Shout out to all the Oilers fans that went out to the mosh pit and to the game inside the arena itself and to the watch parties. It was just a crazy atmosphere. Next one here is from Chill Ranford. This just in, Warren Fogle hates breakaways more than he hates the Oilers. And are we going to forget this?
Like I hate the Oilers too, so it's just part of the game.
Join the club.
You hate the Oilers too?
Like I hate the Oilers too. So
yeah, you do? Well, have fun golfing, buddy. And the next one here from the Edmonton Oilers themselves. Look at this awesome picture. What a couple of hard-working players. Calvin Pickard with the belt. Connor Brown with the hard hat. Both deservingly so. What performances in Game 6. And that's what it's going to take. Team efforts, team play, a little sprinkle of McDavid and Draisaitl on top. You can go all the way, boys. Here's one from Addy at Oilers Alert. LOL, McDry having their own moment again after Brown's empty netter. Yawling sneaky. And yeah, you'll see them here in the corner. Right there. That's so awesome. They are best buds. It's awesome to see. Next one from the great Jack Michaels. Terrific work by Jacob Catherine capturing the final moments of a spectacular series. The Oilers have lost a couple of Game 7s in the McDavid, Draisaitl, RNH Nurse era. I think you put many two names there. Trailing 3-2 in this series each time, but otherwise are 8-0 in elimination games. And let's see this clip. Listen to this crowd. That's so cool. Yeah. Let's go. There they are there. They are just so fun to watch. Here's one the day after. Connor Brown doing the old spinaroo. Good morning, Oil Country. Yeah, we are pumped after that round 1 win. Another one from the Oilers. 4 straight wins, 4 straight years. Long live the king. And you got Hunter sitting on the throne there. And I don't know, maybe you should have put McDavid there. But we'll take Hunter. I like Hunter. Regular people would be hospitalized on that kind of save. And here's that save again. It's a different overhead look view. Watch this. Wow, what a save. Amazing. Here we go. Gene Principe delivers an iconic intro into Game 6. Look at that. Look at the size of that crowd. It's so awesome. Glad everybody's going there, having a good time, cheering on the Oilers. Keeping it safe. Everybody getting home safe after. That's the most important thing, guys, and great job. You look unbelievable and sound even more unbelievable. Here's a quick playoff hype video from the Oilers that was aired right after they won that game. What a series. Advanced. That's right. Advanced. Unreal. Here's one from Brett Jeffrey. Calvin Pickard, I've been friggin' telling you guys, 4 straight playoff wins. I agree. Another great game from Pickard. And last but not least, DNL at Oiler Analytics. Calvin Pickard was the only goaltender to go 4-0 in the first round of the playoffs. He had a great series, and he is a big reason why the Oilers moved on. You can add a lot of names to that list, but I'm going to put him at the top or near the top of the list for sure because he just had an unbelievable series. And you need goaltending. You're not going to get very far without goaltending. I've been saying it forever. You need goaltending if you want to get somewhere and have success in the playoffs. And with this Oiler team, it doesn't have to be superstar goaltending, but we need quality saves here and there. And Pickard has given us that. So I think they should continue with Pickard. Riding him all the way to 16 wins, hopefully. And that's pretty much going to do it for today's episode. Thanks so much for joining us. And we will bring you a playoff preview video for the Oilers versus Kings in the next day here or so. So looking forward to bringing you that. And looking forward to the Vegas Golden Knights and exacting some revenge from 2 years ago on them. Can't wait. The Oilers they just look possessed, and they have their eye on the prize. Hopefully that happens. Thanks for watching, and most importantly, go Oilers, go.
Frozen or hockey, the channel you need. Oilers on the ice, unstoppable speed. Chasing the cup, we're gonna succeed. With David leading, we're built to exceed.
Frozen or hockey,